Okay. So, goal of this stream is to go ahead and continue on with this code section. See if we can get our code displaying properly on the blog. If that works out, then I think we'll go ahead and move over to anchors and see if we can get links working as well. I don't know if we're going to get all that done. We're going to find out. Let's begin. So, last time we found a library called prism.js. Yeah, it's my stream title is Who Needs JS? But, you know, everyone needs a little JS. The point is to go majority of not JS. So, I think we'll be able to do mostly no JS. We'll find out. Let's see what our website looks like right now. If we go over to it, refresh it. Got a whole bunch of stuff down here. Awesome. No biggie. Fantastic. So, let's go ahead and play with the formatting to start with to see what the rules are around the code blocks. Shouldn't be too bad. Let me go to one of these bad boys. So, if I have a space in the beginning, okay, so that still counts. Okay. Alright, so it allows for white space. A certain amount of white space. Okay. Not too worried about that though. Obviously I can type whatever I want afterwards. Okay, so we're looking for a new line with the double ticks. And if I add that, that's interesting. That just fucks that up entirely. Okay. Okay. Awesome. Let's go and get to our site. Get over to our markdown processor. Now, I think we're going to need another variable here. Code block text equals that. Do we want to do something like this again? I don't think so. I mean, I think it'd be good to break it out into its own function because I have a feeling this parse markdown function it's already kind of getting a little unwieldy. So yeah, func is code block line byte bool. Now we need 3 backticks for it to be either the start of an or an end of code block. So if the length of the line is less than 2, yeah, return false. And literally, I'm pretty sure all we have to do is just return string line 0 to 3 because it's not going to count the third one equals that. Wow, my brain is just in straight up JavaScript land. Okay, so I should have named it Who Needs JS. It's got my brain in JS mode and I don't like it. It's very toxic mode for my mind to be in. So I think very soon I'm going to be working on reworking this function. I'm probably going to add this and maybe the anchor to see what kind of similarities I can find and see how would be best to break it out, because right now it's very hard to deal with. So, yeah. Okay. So, if is... Sorry, what the fuck did I call that? Is code block. Yeah. Is code block. The fuck? Where's my auto completion? Whatever. Who needs it? Pass it the val. Okay. So if it is code block line, then if I need to stop putting parentheses around there. If code block text equals that, then code block text equals, let's do pre, that way it's pre-formatted, so that way we don't have to worry about that, and then we'll do code, and that's it. Else if code, once again, I need to stop doing that, code block text does not equal that. Music's fine. It's very jammy. Whatever. Then we just need to end the code block. Not gonna make the same mistake I did last time and not actually end the shit. Also needs to be plus equals. And then finally we can just append it to the parse data. Equals append parse data, code block text. The fuck? Oh, I gotta export it out. Okay. So we have our parse data. Now we just need to reset it. Oh, just equals, and then an empty string. And then code block text. Honestly, just it's gonna be the same fucking shit. Went down way too far. And I don't need the pluses. I just need that. Now, this one's going to be a little bit different from the code block text. But we'll handle that in a second. It's different because the list items, every single item has to have that one number here, dot, blah, 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 content. So that's how we know it. But with the code, it's a little bit different because we're just waiting till we start and stop it. And that's it. And then everything in the middle needs to go within it. So honestly, I think I don't think we need to add anything there. Because I don't want to include anything. I think for the lines where my code block starts, I'm probably going to have definitions there, like what languages and things like that. So I'll have like the tick, 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 and then go, or C#, whatever language. So I actually don't want to include that text there. Now, I actually need to move this here. Okay. So if it's a closed block line, we now have it to where it is handling it. I'm gonna move this up here. I was trying to debate whether or not I want to have that or just duplicate the line. I think it's just gonna be easiest right there. So I don't know what the fuck I was doing. Else, let's break that up. Co-block text plus equals string val. I think that works. I feel like it works. Let's find out. Definitely looks different. Let's go and inspect it, see if we see anything here. List OL H1 and no, it's not getting it. Did I mess up? Maybe what we can do is string contains the backticks. I think that's what we'll do. String stock contains string line and then just DA. Just take that. Boom, boom, boom. Any luck there? Nope. No luck there. Why not? Protocol. What the fuck is protocol? It's... How the fuck did that happen? Whatever. I'm assuming there are no errors. Okay. Let me get rid of my console log. Not console logs. Print line. Printf. Okay, that's it. And then I gotta clear that as well, or shit's just not gonna work. So let's go and do that. Okay. Really wonder why. Format dot. Damn, man, it's a fucking jam. Checking if this line is a code block. /n %. Let's do %q so that way we see the whole thing, and then we'll do a /n. And then result will be %. I think it's t for a boolean for true false. I don't fucking know. So result equals that. Stir equals shit. Yeah, I fucking know it. Okay, that's fine. String line. return the result. Let's go and print out the string, and let's also print out the result. Oh. That's a little important. Okay. Okay, there we go. Result is true. Okay. So why? So if it's so if the code block equals that, I mean, honestly, I don't need that. It's just I just need the else. So if it is a code block, then add that. Add that. We append to the parse data the code block text, and we reset it. Oh, shit. Else if code block text does not equal. I don't know if that's gonna be the full fix, but it's definitely an issue. It's not the full fix. Do we need to continue, maybe? Either way, we need to continue because I don't want to do this down here. Was that the issue? No, that wasn't the issue. I might get rid of this code block I have here. I mean, it's the same thing. Oh. I don't know. I don't think this is the issue, but that's out of order. Okay. Okay, format print adding code block text %s, sure, and then we'll just do string code block text. Wait, that's already a fucking string, don't need to do that. Okay, I know that this works, so I'm not really too worried about that. Result is true. Check if this is the fuck? Do I have it? Oh, what the hell? Okay. Hey! There we go. There we go. That's good. That's very good. Fantastic. So, what if it's just class equals language go? So let me go here and just add it, because I want to see if the styling gets added. That wasn't too bad. That was pretty easy. Hell yeah. Okay, okay. Honestly, I'm not hating the style of this site. It's not great, but it's not horrible. Let me get rid of that funk main at the top. So one thing that I would like to be able to do would be to essentially say what is the language at the front of my code block. So for instance, shit, I fucking hate that, man. You know, the Vim motions on this are okay, but the fact that Control D is delete the line and not go down half the page, I hate it. Hey, did that also help the... That's pretty sick. I fucking knew that would happen. I knew it. Whatever. Okay. Go. Okay, awesome. That's sick. So... Okay, we have that. So let me do this. So we're going to be looking for stir val string. First of all, strings dot replace a string with a copy of the string s. Returns a copy of the string. Oh, yeah. For some reason that confused me. It works just as I would expect. Okay. Stir val. Old string. Get rid of all those backticks. And -1. Whatever. And strings dot to lower. Perfect. Okay. Do we still have our go? I think we do. That's fucking beautiful, man. That's really what I like to see. That's awesome. Okay. I think we're cooking. We are cooking. I think at this point, we're getting to the point where we can do the anchor tags. Let me get rid of that little test right there. I don't need that. I really wish Tree Sitter would be able to get me to the end of the HTML, but it seems like everything struggles with that. Like, just nothing knows how the hell to use HTML. Let me do one more thing. HTTP server blog layout. Let me go and just remove this. I'm really not too worried about that. Okay. Awesome. This is awesome, man. I'm honestly super happy with this. It's not bad. Easy by test. Okay. Okay. I think next I want to go ahead and work on links. I think that should be pretty easy as well. I don't think it'll be too hard at all. Cool. Music is by GameChops, by the way. It's playing in the background. Should be in the description. It's pretty good. Very jammy. I like him. I find that game music is really good for focusing and just chilling. I like lo-fi too. Lo-fi is good, but I don't know. It's just, it's a nice change of pace. It's a different tone. It's chill. I like it. Okay. So, I think what I need to do is essentially just search each line for an open parenthesis and a... Actually, I know what I want to look for. Close parenthesis, open bracket. I think that'll be good. I think that's going to be the best solution because, you know, you can have open parentheses for different things. I'm sure you can also have brackets for different reasons as well. Actually, I have that reversed, but that's fine. I meant close bracket, open parenthesis, but that's fine. That's fine. So, because if I go here, I hate the layout of this. Text. Link. Okay. What if I have a space between them? Yeah. Okay. So it just immediately says, nope, that's something different. Cool. That makes sense. Now, this shouldn't be too horrible. Let's go to our markdown processor. Go down, func, build, links, line, bytes. And, well, Jesus Christ, let me go ahead and add a space there. Now, it's just going to return... I guess I'll just modify it in place, right? Yeah, it's just going to modify it in place. So, is there a strings.find? No, contains. So, oh, I know what I can do. I can just do a loop, a for loop. So, I think there's some kind of while loop. I need to see that. Essentially, I'll just do a, like, while loop that says while there are those two characters next to each other, the close brace and the open parenthesis, then continue on and just do it. Going while loop. I'm pretty sure it mostly just uses for loops in different ways, and I just need to find out how to use it. But let me see. I could be wrong. For is goes while. Yeah, I was right. Is it do for some less than 1,000? Okay. Okay. Cool. Weird. Whatever. For strings dot contains string line, and then we're going to be looking for a close brace and an open parenthesis. I'll be right back. Uno momento. Enjoy the music. Sorry for that delay. Yeah. Cool. Let's get back to it. So, now that we are done with our weird ass while, what the fuck? I can't type. So I need to find the text between 2 points. Strings dot index. Index returns. Ooh. There's an issue, right? Because I have to find the closest one in that direction, right? So index returns the first index. Excuse me. So I gotta think about this a little bit. Okay, so let me try to think out loud here. I know I don't have... Let me see if we can draw this out. I don't know if this is... Jesus Christ. No, not what I'm looking for. Perfect. Okay. Well. I don't know why I just did that. There we go. This is some... text. Link. Here. Okay. So what I need to do now that we have a visualization, let's see if we can figure this out here. So we can get the, oh my god, that's so big. Okay, so we can get, that's still big, but whatever. We can get this index here. No issue. Let me see. Index, return, see index. Next, any index returns the index of the first instance of any Unicode point from character in S or -1 if no Unicode. The index of the first and what the fuck is? Oh, it's I think the difference is that's just one single one. What are other options here? Because I'm not convinced that that's necessarily the way, because essentially if I use index and I find out that okay, this is not the right one, then I have to go to this one. And I can't use index to do that. I'm starting to think I'm gonna just have to walk this line by, or character by character. I'm gonna look for any other functions in the strings, you know, module, and see if I can find it. Find something that might help us out. Joins, index, repeat. That's cool. I don't need that, but that's cool. Field splits is run each instance of one or more consecutive way. Oh. That seems useful. Not what I need here, though. Two title. Okay, Jesus Christ. I'm going to get lost in this. Index any cut prefix equal fold. Or equal under simple Unicode. Whatever. Index, new reader, replace all. Field func. Nope. Contains func. Func room. Contains func. Nah. Okay. So we're going over character by character. For index, I'm definitely going to need the index, car, and range line. Wait. Oh. Oh, it's just, I get that. It's just bad highlighting. Okay, that's fine. That's why that was giving me issues. So link index equals strings dot index of the string of line, and I'm gonna be looking for that. Okay. So we're gonna need a little bit of state. Open bracket open bracket index equals -1. So we're just going to start that out there. So if, excuse me, if character equals an open bracket, if the character is an open bracket, by the way, hello viewer. Not sure who you are, but feel free to chat. Would love to talk. Anyways, so if the character is an open bracket, then we need to do one thing, and two things. If the open bracket index equals -1, then we can just simply set it to that, to the index right now. Now, if it is not that, if we've already found another one, then we need to jump and see. We need to see if we are still... Fuck. Why is this so hard for me to think through? So, if we're here... Okay. Okay. So if this value has something... Well, I know it's not 3. Let's just say it's 3. So it's not something, but it is before that, then we need to set it to the current index. Okay. Cool. Else, if index is less than link index, then we need to reset it. Link open bracket index equals the current index. Nope, not what I meant to do. Okay. Okay. So I think that's our case. I think we need to do... I'm pretty sure index just works where it returns the first character of that. Index returns the index of the first instance of a substring as is not present as. Okay. Okay. My brain is just completely broken right now. I think I need to do the same thing. So, okay, we already know the... We already know the index of the closing brace, and we know the index of the opening parenthesis, because the index of the closing brace is the link index, and the index of the opening brace is just link index plus 1. Now, I'm not really accounting for if this shit it's just not complete. I'm not going to think about that right now. That's a solution for me to solve later. That's an edge case. I don't really care about edge cases right now. So I just need closing parenthesis index equals -1. Now, if car equals the closing parenthesis, then okay, if it equals that and the index is greater than the link index, then closing parenthesis index equals the current index, and we need to break out of it because we now have all of our values. If open bracket index does not equal -1 and closing parenthesis index does not equal -1. Link text equals anchor. What the fuck is the link? Anchor W3 href. Okay, cool. Not thinking right now. Okay, so I think I can just replace these with backticks. Equals, and then okay, cool. Strings dot substring. Really? Wait, isn't a string just a fucking slice? So, okay, yeah, it is. So I can just, well, whatever. I'm being dumb. So I need between, right now I'm getting the link, which is the second part. So it's going to be the link index plus 1 all the way to closing parenthesis index plus 1, because it doesn't count the last one. The last one is exclusive. So there's that. Link text plus equals string line, and there I want the open bracket index all the way to the link index plus 1 for the same reason. And then we just close it out. Now, the real question is, how do I replace it? Because I don't know if I can just... I don't know if I can just shove it in there, especially because it's going to be bigger. I need to like splice it in there. Okay. None of that is not what I'm looking for. Bytes dot splice? No. Slices dot splice. No. What are my options here? Sort index contains replace. So replaces the elements s I through j by the given b and returns modified slice. Replace panics if j is greater than the length of s, or s I through j is not when length of v when length of v, what we're replacing it with, is less than j minus I, replace zeros the elements between the new length and the original length. I don't know if this is what we need, but we're gonna try it. Line, open bracket, wait, no, hold on. open bracket. So I'm guessing J is inclusive. No, it's not inclusive because it can be equal to the length of S, meaning it's not inclusive. Okay. Closing parenthesis plus 1. And I need to convert this to a byte array. Link text. S type byte. Really? The whole thing? Why? Call to slices to replace S type byte does not. What the fuck does that mean? Okay. Slices replace. Let's get to the documentation. Let's spell it right. Places the elements of S. Yeah. It's a string. Oh shit! I need to explode it out. There we go. I don't think I need this. No, I don't. I didn't need that. Okay, cool. Oh. Line equals blah, blah, blah. I don't know if this is going to work. This feels weird. We're going to find out, though. Oh, and fucking obviously, I need to call this function. Where the fuck am I going to call it? I think I'm gonna call it here. I don't have high hopes for this at all. Also, I just realized, why is that not? Why is that not working? RFC? Yeah. Well, it's getting late. It's a disappointing end, but we made some progress. I feel like the majority of that function works. I think there's just a little bit of cleanup that needs to happen. I think this mostly works as well. I just need to figure out why the fuck this doesn't work. Because that's weird that it doesn't work. But I really am curious if I can find out why this doesn't work. Oh, is it because... Is it duplicating it? It is. I know why. Continue. There we go. Cool. Okay. Okay. That's good. That's good. That wasn't too bad at all. Awesome. Okay. Well, that turned it a little bit happier. It definitely turned it into a little bit happier. That's good. Well, thank you to anyone who's watching that. I appreciate it. I'm gonna continue working on this tomorrow. We're gonna go ahead and knock out the link. Definitely gonna finish that out. I don't think it'll be too hard to debug. It's just getting late. And I'm not sure what's gonna be next. Maybe we'll play around with the colors because I don't mind this. Obviously the header colors need to change. There's no doubt about that. I'll probably shrink this down a little bit. You know what, screw it. I don't feel like debugging. I don't mind playing around with the size of it. Let's see what happens, how it looks if we change this up a little bit. DT. What are... So I don't want 3/4. My favorite fraction, 2/4. How does that look? It gave me an option. Come on, whatever. 1/2. Is it because my make dev isn't working right? Let me get rid of my... I was gonna end this, but give me a second. I just don't really feel like... I don't feel like debugging, so that's why I don't really want to do that. But I don't mind doing this. What's going on with my... That's not gonna kill it. I don't know why my templates aren't working. I hate that so much that keeps running. Let me go to my make file. Template generate, npm run tailwind watch, go generate. What happens if I leave that out? Still needs it. Clear. PS aux air. Kill 17890. Thank you. Cool. Make dev. The fuck? Why not? Why aren't you building? I know air is running. Tailwind what? God damn it. I fucking hate that. Tailwind watch. Is it because I removed the main CSS? I bet that's why. No, it's not why. This was working. 3/4. The fuck? Tailwind build. It ran it. Oh god. CD. MPX tailwind watch. What? Tailwind CSS. What did I mess up? Okay. Well, we're getting back into the debugging territory that I don't want to get into tonight. So, this will be tomorrow's problem. Thank you all for watching. Oh. Hey. I guess I'm not calling it off. Hey, man. Sinocron. It's going pretty good. I know. I saw you like right at the last second. I'm not leaving yet. Okay, I won't leave. It's actually coming together pretty decently. You hopped in at the last second. I like it. It's going pretty decent. I'm having a little issue with my hot reloading, which is annoying the shit out of me because Tailwind isn't automatically updating to use the newest styles, but it's not doing too bad. Here, let me get this to a point where it doesn't look god awful. Well, I mean, slightly less god awful. So I got it to the point where I'm able to display code, and I'm kind of working on adding the ability to have links. The main things I've been working on right now is having a converter for Markdown to HTML, and I'm having a decent amount of fun with it. It's actually really not that hard. It's pretty easy. Once this is done, I'm gonna work on actually figuring out how to build it, like deploy the site. That's going to be an offline project because I'm scared of leaking anything, but that's going to be fun. And then I'm going to try to figure out some other projects that I want to try and do. I know there's an interesting site called Co-Crafters that have a lot of really cool programming challenges where they are essentially, Jesus Christ, where essentially they have challenges for building different things, like building your own shell, building your own grep, building your own Redis, which is what I want to do. And the thing that I really like about this is it just kind of tells you what you need to do, but not how to do it. So it just says, hey, okay, you're at this step. We're going to send you this. Here's how it should respond. I'm not going to tell you how to do it or anything like that. And I think that's pretty sick. So I'm thinking I'm going to probably try to build something like that. I think that would be interesting. But it's coming together pretty well. How are you doing, man? In the meantime, I'm going to go to my GitHub. See if I can find what caused everything to break. Fixed hot reloading. I did not fix hot reloading. I broke hot reloading. Yeah, I haven't started it yet, but I think it's something I want to do soon. I think it would be really cool. Yeah, it seems like it would be an interesting little challenge. Like, you would have to learn how to set up like an in-store DB, how to set up the server and everything. But like I said, I like that you don't have to. It doesn't tell you how to do it, which is my favorite part about it. Because I like projects where I kind of have like the loosest instructions possible, where it just says, hey, here's what you need to respond with, figure out how to do that. But they have a bunch of other cool ones too, like build your own Git or SQLite would be really fun. They have one that they're voting on that I really hope they do. Build your own compiler would be fun, but the one that I really want is build your own LSP server. I really wondered how those would work. I know, right? And I've seen a couple videos kind of diving into a little bit of how Git works, and it doesn't seem insanely difficult, and I feel like I would learn a lot from it. So the idea for my blog, at least to start out with, is I want to kind of show what I'm learning, and I want to rebuild a lot of commonly used tools just for the sake of rebuilding them and learning about them. And I want to write blogs about my experience, what I learned, and why it's a good thing to do that. Because I think it's a good thing to try to just build stuff to build it. Like, I built my own HTTP server. really fun, honestly really simple, and it taught me a lot about how HTTP servers work. It was a good project. But that is kind of the idea. We'll see how it works out. But I'm kind of excited to see where it goes, for sure. Build your own Git. Initialize a Git directory. Read a blob object. Create a blob object. Read a tree object. Write a tree object. Create a commit. Clone a repository. Interesting. That's less steps than I thought it would be. You'll implement support for the blob using the git hash object command. Each git blob is stored in a separate file. The file contains the header and the contents of the blob object compressed using zlib. The format of a blob object looks like this. Size, null byte. Doesn't seem that bad. I thought it would be more complex than that. But that's the idea. How's your night been going, man? Not quite sure what I'll end up doing, but we'll see. Yeah. And I mean, like, that's kind of the whole idea of why I want to build stuff, to kind of remove some of the magic, if you know what I mean. Like, because you look at something and you don't know how it works, and it's just like, oh, it's just magic. I couldn't understand how it works. I don't understand it. Whatever. But then you try to build it, and I mean, obviously some things are just incredibly complicated. It's always going to be true, but it's not too bad at all. When winter camping, so need to find a new sleeping bag to deal with that. Nice. How's the Rust Bevy game been going? Bevy, is that what you're calling the Minesweeper game, or have you decided to switch it up to something else a little bit? Oh, Bevy is the engine. Cool. Nice, that's pretty sick. Has it been going pretty well? Yeah. It's going pretty well. I'm just working on rendering the grid. Nice. How have you been liking building in Rust? Has it been a fun experience? Is it very different from doing it in... I believe you said C++ is what you normally code in, right? Nice. That's good. Good change of pace, hopefully. I've been really showing you how to look at things differently, because it just does things in a completely different way, and it gives you a new way of looking at stuff. I think it's fun. Plus, I think it just makes you an overall more well-rounded dev. But the camping sounds pretty fun. I want to go camping a little bit, but it's so hot where I live at. I mean, right now I'm going through a cold front, but generally speaking, it's insanely hot, so I don't get an opportunity to very much. It's the build system. It's just not fun to pull in dependencies manually. It's just ridiculous to have to learn separate languages like CMake. Yeah. That just sounds like an absolute nightmare. I don't want to have to learn a different language. I mean, I don't mind Make right here because I think this is about as basic as it gets, but I don't want to deal with the whole build system that, like, whenever I'm doing the blog, I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible and do HTMX, Go, Temple, and Tailwind. Like, I'm trying to have as close to no build as humanly possible with JavaScript. I'm just doing plain JavaScript when I do have to do it, which I haven't had to yet. And for Temple for my HTML templates and Tailwind, it's just literally 2 calls to build it, at least as of right now, and that's it. And that's kind of how I want to keep it, because I just hate that. I want to write code, not build a complex pipeline just to get my shit barely running. Like, no. Shit. I definitely get that. But it's good that you're able to experiment and you're getting out there and trying different stuff. Who knows, maybe you'll be able to incorporate that into your job at some point. That would be really cool. Right now I'm trying to just go back and copy my old make file to see if I just go back to that, if that's going to fix my issue. We're going to find out, because I think somewhere along the way I just screwed up. With Rust, it's super easy to pull in things, and one of its biggest pros is that they decided how the file structure works, so all tools can just support the file structure and not have to deal with arbitrary file paths and dependency locations. It's a breath of fresh air. Yeah, for sure. That's really interesting, with it just deciding how the file structure works. Does it help keep everything clean? It sounds kind of annoying, but sometimes the not having to make the choice is nice, because I'm not gonna lie, whenever I started a new project, like this project that I'm in right now, it seems like I just have to completely guess on how I want to structure my files, and you know, we're gonna find out if it ends up being a complete clusterfuck or not. But you know, if you have a set standard for that, that's not really a concern. Not even a standard, a requirement. But you're right, that does definitely open things up a lot, to where if you're making extensions or libraries, it probably makes things a lot easier. File structure is not something that has to be solved for it. Yeah, that makes sense for sure. I think that makes a lot of sense. Because I mean, you've already got so much shit to worry about. Why worry about your file structure? It just takes one thing off of your plate. Man, no matter, I like the makefile and everything. It makes it a lot easier to start up, but for some reason, it doesn't kill my server whenever I try to kill it. And it's so annoying, so every time I have to fucking find the process and kill it. There's gotta be a better way. Which one is it? Okay, it's that one. But that's good, man. It's nice to get a breath of fresh air and try new stuff. Have you been wanting to try Rust for a while? Okay, so our site's back up. What about Temple? Let me just make sure this is working. Okay, it is now. God damn it. What the fuck is going on? Oh, really? What? Damn, that's a while. What have you been doing with it, if you don't mind me asking? I know I had one friend in college that was doing like some crypto stuff with it. I know it's really commonly used for that. It's definitely getting some more popularity in the game making scene and stuff like that. I've heard it's used for embedded, but not much. My engineering final project, I decided that if I learned nothing. Nice. That's good to do. Did you recently finish college? I'm assuming recently. It's like 2019, 2020. I graduated not too long ago myself, and I feel like I did not learn too much, but I learned an okay amount. Just probably not everything I'd like to. Yeah, nice. Yeah. Sounds like you weren't a huge fan of your college experience. Tailwind cannot find necessary environment variables. What the fuck is this? Tailwind says that's not working on my project. How determines it? Okay. It was mostly experience for me just writing a lot of projects. Yeah. That makes sense. I had a mix of that where there were a couple of projects that were really cool and taught me a lot and I liked it. But then I also had the worst professor I've ever had. At a certain point, certain classes were just brain dead. Yeah. I completely agree. I had the worst professor I've ever had in my life. He was a computer science algorithms professor. This dude was so fucking old he could be with the dinosaurs. He spoke so quietly that the first 2 rows could barely hear him at all. His handwriting was worse than a doctor. He did not do anything electronically at all. And we had to turn in all of our homework, our programs, and their results on paper. I'm pretty sure my first assignment that I sent to him, that I turned in, my first homework, was like 80 some pages. Yeah. I was very sad that is where, yeah. Well, the thing is, like, you would write them electronically. Then you would find a way to print the code out. You would also have to print out the results. And these are not like small, like, oh, it's just like a couple lines. No, this is an algorithms course where you have to solve a problem and print out every step. Like I said, 80 pages of paper. Holy shit. It was bad. It was real bad. But that's done. And now I'm trying this out. So it's different. It ain't too bad. Did I change my fucking package Tailwind? I don't think I touched my Tailwind at all. It's just always been this. Why is this being such a bitch? I broke something, and I don't know how I did. But yeah, right now, Rust is a lot of kind of individual single scope projects that you pull in to make a larger program. Yeah, I've heard that's how it is a lot right now, because isn't the standard library not completely built, so like anything you want to do, a lot of async work. Yeah. Like async work, if you want to connect to the internet, like use Tokyo or something like that. And yeah, that's what I've heard. It's interesting. I like that there's really good libraries for it, but I hope they do finish the fully. I was thinking it wasn't fully built in the sense of like there's just so much. There's a whole lot of functionality that you have to pull in other libraries for. Kind of like what you said, they're all single scope projects to pull into a larger program. Because maybe the standard library isn't super comprehensive. That's by design? Okay. That's interesting. I guess it does allow you to kind of build anything exactly how you want to. Or find a library that fits specifically what you need, which I guess has its own pros. Oh, yeah. It's not too bad. That makes sense. If Yeah, it is. Huh. I need to try it out. I need to try it out really badly. It's on my list of things to do. Maybe after I do a few projects, I'll give it a go. Because I know everyone who tries it is very fanatic about it. It's about the only way I can think of putting it. What the fuck? I fucking hate this shit. Why can I? Whatever. The whole problem with async originally is that it introduced a runtime by default for all programs. Yeah. Yeah. I've heard that it's not really... Hold on. What the fuck? Wait. So it's not working. Yeah, I've heard that it was originally said that it would be great for embedded, but I don't know if that's really what it's great at. And then everyone in the crypto community gravitated it towards it super hard. So they kind of took over a lot of it. What the fuck is this? Why? Whatever. I swear to God, if this is the same fucking issue with the caching, I'm gonna lose it. Okay, I don't think it's completely the same issue with the caching. But having it half is definitely way better than 3/4. That feels a lot better. Okay. Well, actually, here, let me fuck around with it for a minute while I'm here, because I am really curious why the fuck that worked. Kill 34. Okay, that's dead. Fantastic. Just a single interface method, poll. I'm not sure if I understand. The implementation of poll can be gnarly though. Tell me more about poll. I'm a little lost. Huh. I'm not in that world. I need a tiny bit of explanation. It would help. Like, fundamentally, a future is something that will complete... Oh, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. So literally all work for each future is done by a method called interesting. Okay. It sounds like that would simplify it a lot. Ajax Tailwind CSS build dash I dot slash this. Oh shit. That's what the fuck it is. Sorry, this has been bugging the hell out of me. Why? It works when I run it manually. Tailwind CSS build dash I dot slash dis main CSS dash O dis tailwind CSS dash dash watch. Okay, whatever. It sounds simple, but it can get a bit funky to actually write a feature directly. Luckily, virtually nobody needs to write features directly except the authors of Tokyo or libraries that interface directly with Tokyo. Yeah. The way that I've heard it described is that, like, Rust is initially very difficult, and then whenever you kind of figure out the syntax and the borrow checker, it evens out, and then you try and do, like, async or, like, asynchronous coding or parallel coding or some shit like that, and it just completely adds so much difficulty. Oh yeah, I know the borrow checker is not even remotely the same thing. I think that's what you meant, right? What if I just add that to my make file? I'm gonna try. Okay, I think I figured it out. You're talking more about learning Rust. I'm talking... Okay, yeah. Yeah. I've heard about Zig recently, which sounds interesting. I've been hearing a bit more about that. I feel like that seems like a pretty cool language. One issue that I have with wanting to learn Rust is it feels like it has a lot of stuff that kind of gets in the way. Would you agree with that or no? Do you feel like there's anything that, like, you're ever, like, fighting with to get the shit to work? Or once you kind of get the hang of it, it's just kind of like the initial learning curve? I think you can have a perception of that initially. Okay, nice. So it's skill issues, essentially, is the best way to put it. As yeah. Essentially, if you feel that way, you just need to get good. It's simple. Okay. Don't get me wrong, Rust is hard. Yeah. Have you learned a lot of languages? I mean, I'm sure Rust is definitely up there, but I'm curious if you've learned a number of them. Nope, not that. Motherfucker. Why? I'm gonna just copy my resume once. Okay, cool. This is so annoying because, like, whenever I run the code for Tailwind to watch my shit on its own, it works perfectly, no issues. But whenever I run it via the make command, it just says, nah, not gonna work. Once again, let me just make sure this is not me being... Nope, it's not an issue of having... of the cache being an issue. npm run tailwind watch. Maybe I have that in the wrong order. GLSL, Java, JavaScript. Objective-C. Holy fuck. What? I'm sorry, what the fuck is power whatever the hell? Vim script? Okay, PowerShell. Damn. You know a decent amount of languages. And also some kind of niche ones too, which is funny. That's cool. I love the I love that you have Vim script, but it's good to have on the resume because like it shows that you give a shit about your programming environment and shows that you really invest in that, and I love it. But I'm just imagining someone being like, "Damn, I really need someone who knows Vim script. Finally, we found him." Like, oh yeah, yep, Lua for sure. That's pretty sick, man. That's pretty good. Was the job search very hard for you, or was it not too bad at all? This just doesn't want to work for me, man. It doesn't matter what I do. It doesn't want to work for me. Back in 2020, out of uni, I had 2 interviews, 1 more stage, but I took the second as they offered. Yeah, it makes sense. Been working in there ever since. It's been pretty good, I'm assuming. Yeah, it sounds about right. I'm gonna yeah. I'm in a slightly similar-ish situation in the amount of resumes I sent. But the thing is, I feel like my problem is I just kind of go with the method of sending out a million, like, easy-to-send resumes and not going for the sites where you have to put in more work. But I'll get around to it at some point. Right now, I'm enjoying... I've got my own job, so I'm not in a huge rush. But yeah, I know, man. I know. I need to just stop going to like the easy apply shit that is like 2 clicks, because all those have like a million applicants, and I gotta go to the actual sites where I go to them because they have a lot less. But that's not too bad. I wonder if I feel like I'm probably getting an error and I'm just not looking for it. Make dev. God damn it. I fucking hate when that happens. Tailwind watch, npm run tailwind watch, tailwind css build -i /this/ main.css-o /this tailwind.css -wash. Now it doesn't say rebuilding, but it says the exact same thing. Make dev, tip will generate. No, I have not been modifying the backup file at all. Why would you say that? I've been modifying the one that I want to modify. Now, to be fair, I'm now at the right file, but I still don't see what the fucking issue is. Go generate an error. Let's try that out. Okay. Make dev. Okay. Rebuilding. Not getting my hopes up yet. I've gotten my hopes up a million times and I've been crushed every single time. I don't care. It's always a little bit weird, but whatever. 4/5, sure. Okay, finally. Holy shit. I fixed my hot reloading. God, man, I really hate shit like this sometimes. It's so annoying to have to fix things like hot reloading, but it just saves so much time whenever it's working. I'm getting close to calling it for the night here. Tomorrow, I'm gonna work on converting markdown links to actual HTML anchor tags. At some point during my free time, I'm gonna finish trying to write out this blog, and then at some point soon, hopefully I'll finally be able to actually move on to a different project and see what I want to do. Another project that I've been thinking about doing, I think would be kind of fun, would be, and you know, since you do C#, I think you might find this interesting. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really a fan of TypeScript. I'm sure I wouldn't mind it, but I don't want to deal with the build system. I don't want to deal with a lot of shit. I kind of don't mind just plain JavaScript, but I like a little bit of JS doc to give me a little bit of code completion in the areas that I want it. I have this idea for a project where I take a C# or .NET project and I scan the project and I convert all of the models and the classes with properties and shit like that into JS doc definitions. That way you can easily just port them over, or like, you know, say this is the type and then boom, you have your version there. I think that could be a fun little project to do that would also be at least helpful for me, because I fucking hate writing shit twice. Like, I write the model once in C#. I don't want to write it again for JavaScript. I would like to just be able to run a tool and then just boom, I have my definition. I think that'd be really cool. But we'll see. I might get around to that. We'll see. But Sinocron, you still there? I think I'm about to head out. Because yeah, just run Rust on server and client. Do the fucking WebAssembly. Yeah. Share types natively, easy. Yeah, 100%. I'll just start on that. How is it? Is it not that bad? Yeah, that makes sense. WebAssembly seems interesting. Given my career path, I have a feeling my first touch base with WebAssembly is probably going to be Blazor. just because the vast majority of my experience was with C# and .NET, but it's something I've wanted to play around with, for sure. But you know, we'll see. Added handling for code blocks and fixed hot reload for real this time. From what I've heard, yeah, it's pretty popular, and it's C# is pretty big in the corporate world, and Blazor is kind of an extension on that, so I might play around with it. We'll see. But I'm getting pretty tired, man, so I'm gonna go and call it. It's been nice chatting with you. Hopefully I'll see you again, and I hope you have a good night, man. See you.